I'm James, I'm 19.
I'm Josh, I'm 18.
I'm Ryan, I'm 22.
I'm Aisha, I'm 20.
I'm Jerome, 20.
I'm Vincent, I'm 23. I got to do this.
Hi, my name is Vicki Godfrey, and this is my persuasive speech on domestic violence. Domestic violence is very prevalent over the world. Someone is experiencing some form of domestic violence as we speak. What is domestic violence, and what does it really involve? Who is usually involved in domestic violence, and who is excluded? How often is domestic violence reported? These are just some of the questions that I want to help you sitting here understand, so that you can understand what to look for and what you can do to help. Domestic violence is the abusive behavior perpetrated by an intimate partner or person against another. It is also considered the battery, physical or sexual assault against another person as well. Domestic violence is very common these days. People of all race, religion, nationality, age, and or educational background are not excluded and is affected. Domestic violence results in all sorts of injuries, psychological trauma such as depression and suicide, just to mention a few, as well as death. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, here are some facts that everyone should know. 1 in every 4 women will experience violence in their lifetime. Estimate 1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. 85% of domestic violence victims are women. Females ages 20 to 24 are at greatest risk of non-fatal domestic violence. Most cases of domestic violence are never reported to the police. Only approximately 1/4 of all physical assault, 1/5 of all rapes, and 1/2 of all stalking against females are reported. Children who witness their mother or someone getting abused lots of times. Perpetrators tries to hide the abuse from the public, therefore relating in women being abused in their home. Boys who witness domestic violence are twice as likely to abuse their own partners or their children when they become adults. In South Carolina in 2010, South Carolina was rated the second in the nation for domestic violence deaths. South Carolina at that time was the worst state in the country when it came to men killing women. As you can see here, as I got displayed, it talks about domestic violence, and we should stop it now. Domestic violence equals death, 16,800 homicides deaths each year related to domestic violence, costing roughly $2.2 million, which is a lot of money in medical treated injuries. From the total of the 16,000+ homicides, and along with the medical bills, it totals roughly, it exceeds $37 billion a year, which is really a lot of money when you think about, domestic violence altogether. According to South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson, more than 36,000 victims of domestic violence was reported throughout the state. Over the past 13 years, an average of 33% of the women have been killed each year by their intimate partner. Domestic violence has become a crisis here in the Palmetto State. Attorney General Allen has 2 programs in place to help domestic violence victims. Every county in the state has a domestic abuse shelter and workshop where abused individuals can go to seek help. There are all sorts of information on websites all over as well as phone books, police station, anybody in public office. You even get a lot of convenience stores that have little ads and stuff about domestic violence that talks about shelters and locations where you can go if you know of anyone who's been abused. Domestic violence victims, also you need to try to encourage them to seek help. Share with them some of the facts that I have shared with you today to enlighten them.